54, Ryan.
Switch. Motion.
Then we're going to 53.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go, kill.
Motion. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
Kill.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. In motion right is Bryant.
We're going to 54, Ryan.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Going to 54.
Bryant, the man in motion right.
Check safety.
Got it.
The play clock's running down.
Tighten up.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 56 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here we go.
Four down. Check. Four down.
Prescott yet again. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. He gets away from one. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Ryan. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hey, here we go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Check back 45.
On second down, Prescott again. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Second and goal is still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons cut into that lead. That's up and good. It's 22-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more ball game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Tight end right. Watch tight. Tight end right.
There we go.
Everyone come forward. Four down.
Kill, kill.
SOS.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
First down, Prescott. And some space here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Single.
Here we go. Gun.
Slam.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Switch.
Go to 54. Wide. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Kill. Here we go. Kill. Gun. 26.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Prescott finding his big receiver, Bryant, there for a Cowboy first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cowboys. K.D. Cannon, 51 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now they're...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Adrian Claiborne. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The slot man in motion right.
Then we're going to 53.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Looking downfield for Dez. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey, come on, let's go!
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Double tight, double tight.
Here we go!
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Check, go back, go back. We got motion, back up, back up. Motion,
And he's got room. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score.
And this is going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, Linebacker picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That's it. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. Have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A little juke. And now running right through it. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
In motion right is Bryant.
Four down, check. Four down. Buzz, be ready.
A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Tight left.
There we go. Count.
He's checking.
Prescott now on second down. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And it's second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Freeman looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Gabriel, the man in motion. On third down, Ryan. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Second down, Prescott. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Hanna, 33 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. So else.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
Check 24, check 24.
They go play action here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first and 10, Prescott. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass.
And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's Freeman. And some room to roam now. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike
Kill.
45.
Here we go. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Bryant the man in motion right. Now Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Halfback sent in motion. A second down throw for Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. On 4th down, rush. They pass up the 3, fake. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They find some open field here. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 76 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on the right.
Kill.
4 there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On the carry, here's Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the I. Now Elliott. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Ryan. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. To throw is Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Ryan will throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 45 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dak Prescott's Cowboys going up against Brady's Patriots.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Dallas Cowboys. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They run. This is Lewis. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now he'll throw with Brady. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sean Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
From midfield, here's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
20!
They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Cooks. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll give the Patriots a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Double tight.
20! 20! 55!
Check. 3 down.
52! Hey, watch post!
Slam.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On play action, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Brady now on 3rd and goal. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's certainly not something we see often from number 12, Tom Brady, although we did see it in Super Bowl 51.
And that's why it's so memorable, because of what you just said. It doesn't happen very often. And think of the momentum that you gain as a defense, not only picking off Tom Brady, but pick 6. Oh, boy, you feel good about yourselves.
And now on the heels of the pick 6, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended, as they'll try to make it 8-0.
Got it. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Here we go. Kill.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
The runner-up New England Patriots offense back onto the field, and I wanted to get your thoughts on the offense for this crew as they go into 2018. How do they stack up, Charles?
Typically, New England, pretty darn stable. One of the goals going into the offseason was to try and hold on to running back Dion Lewis, because coupled with James White, that's a heck of a tandem. Of course, the big fella, Gronk. You know, you find him another all-pro year in 2017. And remember, before 2017 began, they picked up Brandon Cooks in a trade at wide receiver. That paid off in a big way. He had his 3rd straight 1,000-yard season in the NFL. And then, of course, there's Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan, and they expect to get back Julian Edelman for all of 2018, coming off of a knee injury.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Single slot.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
I'm going back to you.
20. Wait, Sugar. Wait, 20. Wait, 20.
They try again with Lewis. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Easy.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Lewis. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
All right, here we go. Alabama.
Sugar. 20.
Right here.
Wait, 20. 53.
On first down, Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
We got 3.
They'll run it here. This is James White. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady. And this is complete. It's Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Wait, 20. Regular. 3 down. Shoot. Hey, check it.
Watch twist. Jump.
They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out here in the I.
Wait, 20. Switch. 20. Wait, 20. 380. Regular. 53. 20.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Off the toss, Lewis. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
20. 3 down. Goal 50. Check 31.
Throwing now is Brady. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down, Prescott. Room here to run. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Brady going to throw. And right side caught Hogan. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Hey, down right now, but looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On second down, Prescott again. A dump off to Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ricky Jean-Francois in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Prescott now on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. Now Prescott. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Shift together here from the D-line. A first down throw for Prescott. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very solid gain of 27. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 14 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Like 20.
To throw on second down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Pass, Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Hey, here we go.
Hey,
Go
motion
ahead,
backfield, motion backfield.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Patriots are down 20-plus points. I mean, we've actually heard that before, haven't we? I don't want to take them for granted they can come back every time, but you just can't count them out, can you?
No, but, boy, they have looked just not Patriot-like in this game. If they're going to have lightning strike twice, they need to pick it up quickly. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Alert! Tight end, let's go right here now. Check, crunch.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis, 35 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 23. And now here come the Cowboys. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Gun.
A give to Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Elliott running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Brady got to have this one. And Amendola with a catch. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, New England. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So here we go, first and 10 now. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And a big turnover.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Dak Prescott's Cowboys going up against Carson Wentz's Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Under 10.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Ram. We got three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Hey, Ford Tokyo. Kill. Here we go. Back. 120.
Jim.
Ford Tokyo.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defender saw it and were able to knock it away.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Double tight.
Here we go. 180. 5-9.
Alert. 3 down.
This is Ajayi. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, where they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Wentz to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's home.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's Todd Gurley's Rams going up against Ezekiel Elliott's Cowboys.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down. We got to stand up over there.
Kill. Got it. Here we go. Wide eight.
Check 3.
On 1st and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And that one results in 35 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Prescott on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, the spin. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here's Prescott. And hauled in by Gathers. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. First down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Connor Barwin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Prescott now. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Boy, Charles, Todd Gurley finished the year with a bang. And even though they lost the Falcons, he was over 100 yards in that game. Weeks 15 and 16, he was fantastic. A comeback year for him, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because we saw him explode on the scene as a rookie in 2015. 2016 just never could really get started. We didn't see the big runs. Heck, we didn't see a 100-yard game out of it. So when you look at this season, brand new offense, new way of doing things, but the biggest thing, offensive line, Andrew Whitworth at left tackle, Roger Saffold able to settle in at guard, his best position, and John Sullivan, the new center. That gave him a line to work with, and boy, did he take advantage of it. Well over 1,300 yards rushing, caught the ball well out of the backfield, a definite candidate for MVP in 2017, and I would say in just about any season he plays going forward.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Here we go. Tight end's right. Hey.
And some space here. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin. 32 yards. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And his kick is right through. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Prescott looks to throw on first. Forced out to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Throwing. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds, as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here. And some extras coming up on the line here, ready for the blitz. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy. Unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go. Wide, hey.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
A first down throw for Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mark Barron in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up third down.
Here we go. Wide, hey. Gun.
Prescott on third and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ethan Westbrooks in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This will be taken in at the 1. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A second down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently... did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson.
Well, I get what he...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two running backs who are hoping for plenty of running lanes on the field today. It's Zeke Elliott's Cowboys going up against Todd Gurley's Rams.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway here in Los Angeles. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Sammy Watkins.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because, and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jags taking over on offense here in a second, and what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They had been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
Bortles now on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, Bortles. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing now is Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 82 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Builders. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Bortles to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight, because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Now Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone's got four down.
Everyone, gun.
He's coming.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a...
Now Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Escaping the pressure right. Look, and that's caught inside the 30. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right near the 27. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Prescott on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Kill.
Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. To the air again, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. Bailey now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Left, 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 left. Slow.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. Green.
To throw, it's Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. The give is to Elliott. And he's got room. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Prescott now. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 77 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go!
And some room to roam now. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. How did he stay on his feet? And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Double tight! Hey! Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the wideout in motion.
Check motion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. Going deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Room past the 20. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 92 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Second down, Prescott. Looking downfield for Dez. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 43 yards. They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Looking to throw. Prescott completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first and 10, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down. In motion goes the tight end. And again, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Miles Jack not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. To throw is Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Double tight, guys, double tight.
penalty. It's Fournette. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Here we go now! Black 58! Ace! Ace! Here we go!
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And some room to work. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Give him 30 yards there.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Bortles going to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Bortles. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
23 yards on the play. Bortles now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Bortles to throw on second down. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Throwing now is Bortles. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. First down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Prescott. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Bortles on the give to Fournette. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
2 times. Here we go. Green, 90.
Bortles. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Green, 90.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Jags grab it. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45.
To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He finds Hearns left side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Here we go now. Green. Right there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing here, Prescott. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Drops it underneath to Elliott. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2, and he motions the wide receiver. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.